вашего дела. Тун-тун-тун. Так, давай не пугай меня. Так. Ага. Обратно. Дай включай. Упс. Тут же на полную катушку звука. Ну, мы его выключим. Вроде пошло. Да, пошло. Включим приложение, чтобы следить за комментариями. Вау, 1 FPS. And we're good to go. Так, пока люди идут, я буду читать. Значит, Майкл Стерн, конец. Так, ему 23. Не религиозно. Аметист. Так. Никого. Это типа у них сейчас ноябрь. Conditions. Что это? Ладно, дальше. О, Бомжара ТВ, Халь Плужников. Привет. Странный ник. Так, пятница, 8 часов. Я пока тут читаю ерунду всякую. Так, найдем трудный рекондус. Планируем конституцию заку киченсу, кустарники разрушенные каша. А, это картина. Так, судим медицинские экспертизы. Время смерти 14-16 часов до обнаружения трупа. Время смерти в четверг между 22 и 24 часами. Причина смерти ожоги 4 степени после удара по затылку тупым предметом. Так, это вроде ТДО. Попросту вылетел. Так. Ага, значит, ее Анжела убила. В смысле, она сначала ее по башке чем-то трахнула, потом еще и подожгла. Клево, да? Так. Место обнаружения чисто, никаких следов автомобиля. Мисс Вэлли самостоятельно пришла к маяку, получила удар по затылку, после чего была облита бензином и зажжена. Клево. 12 часов, миссис Пафт. Привет, миссис Пафт. Видели в библиотеке, встретила книги, обычная работа. Дома клиент видел мисс Вэлли около паба с иностранным туристом. Это в первый день, походу. Так, 17:30, мисс Саба Гойл. Нет, подожди, это, блин, все в тот же день. Он тогда и увидел, и потом все это началось. Блин, много он, да, сколько? 4. Это много, короче, чего он за этот день сделал. Так, в магазине мисс Уэлли они повторили, что собирается на ночной сеанс кино. Мисс вызывали после щелчка ночных фонарей, шедших по из комнаты на втором этаже в пабе. Так, дополнительные сведения. Так, анонимный звонок о пожаре. Вызов пожарной, прибытие на место. Знание 3 тел. Леди Элеонор Гордон, дворецкий Эдвард Бартоломью Бейтс, Харка Салливуд. Ну, Вуд сначала еще и утопили. Так, леди Виктория выжила. Так, его арестовали. Окей. Так, леди Виктория без всяких подозрений в состоянии шока. Отпущена домой под медицинским надзором после 2-недельной госпитализации по собственному желанию. По словам медсестры, она не может разговаривать. Проверка алиби Террена Майклза, проживающего в городе Пэлас, нет алиби. Не помнит, что видел мистер Майклза в четверг вечером в отеле. Вот он соврал. Нужно сейчас ему пойти косылять его. Так, поезд дополнительно отложен. Доказательные достаточно, нужно держать под подозрением. Вы были вечером в замке во время пожара? Нет. Что вы делали к замку в полночь? Надеялся на помощь. Я видел здесь яркий свет и решил, что это мое спасение. А Торнан, который считает, что я пришел сюда, чтобы творить зло, но не охотится не за тем, как вы инспектор. Кого же нужно, пап? Что? Что за перевод? Анжелину, мою родную сестру. Но вы можете не утруждать поисками. Она уже там, где должна быть. В аду. Вероятно, это вы туда отправили? Нет. Вместе с моей матерью они пали в пропасть. Мама сделала это, чтобы спасти меня. Так. Находится на рассмотрении авторитетного психиатра Джойс Винтерботом. Так, орден. Нет, один еще горящий во время снижания факел. Час исследуется в лаборатории. Депортация в США невозможна. Освободить подозреваемого по залогу по решению суда. Доктор Винтерботом утверждена в качестве дополнительного обратного надзора. Можно применить силу в случае проявления агрессии. Так, я освобожден под залог. Это... Так... Это те дополнительные задания. Чуваки. Почему Мир утверждал, что не видел меня в отеле в ночь убийствами свяли? Подлая ложь. В тот вечер я спрашивал у него время. Так, как здоровье Виктория? Возможно, я мог быть чем-нибудь полезен, я мог жить у нее грязь, подобно сам меньше, что я мог сделать. Так, фактически у него из родственников осталась только она. О, Хикари Хьюи. Привет, давно началось? Да буквально... вот 7 минут идет. 7:55. Вот, все, 8 минут ровно идет. Я все это время читал дневник. Протокол, который в прошлый раз я украл. Я не знаю, в прошлый раз, когда я пытался стримить, вот с этого нового не проигрывателя, так сказать, в общем, программа для стрима, в то время мне опять повезло, и внезапно там Twitch очень лагал. Сам Twitch. Я даже в то время не мог на него зайти. Так что, вы можете всегда посмотреть в записях, пока там есть еще. Так, дорога в отель, вот нам туда и нужно. О, доктор Уинтерботтем живет прямо около музея.
Willow Creek's Museum of Local History.
Психолог.
A valuable hoard of English cultural history. Then let's see what Murray's got to say in his defense.
Не знаю, конечно, какой был при локализации, какого качества была первая часть, потому что я только играл русскую. Но вот сравнивая здесь то, что он говорит, то, что в субтитрах.
Definitely not drinking water.
Некоторые вообще просто так. Завтра первая часть. Завтра первую часть смотреть буду. Ну ладно. В смысле... то есть, смотрите, кто хотите.
Murray stating his patriotism. The old phony.
Ah, Mr. Michaels!
Боже мой.
welcome back to Gordon's Palace. We missed you here.
How's that? The last time we saw each other was Thursday, 3 weeks ago.
Тебя не
When you threw
слышно?
me out of the
А,
hotel.
это плохой
Thrown out of
микрофон.
the
Ну, в
hotel?
смысле,
How did that happen then?
эта программа, к
The
сожалению, меня
thing with the
затишает.
sewers, the secret entrance in Angelina's room. That ring any bells?
Really? Oh yes, there was something. Ah, well, please excuse me. I did overreact a little. I hope you're not going to bear
Так что
a
мне, наверное,
grudge,
придется
though, Mr.
кричать.
Michaels. I'm very happy to make things up with you. You'll also understand that I couldn't hold your reservation for such a long period. Unfortunately, your
музыку
room is
потише?
occupied at the moment.
Ну,
But you can have another, a
Сейчас.
bigger, nicer one, for a small price, really. And for such a room, a ridiculously tiny price.
So you've remembered then. Very good. Then please go right back to the police and tell them that you know exactly where I was on the evening that Miss Valley was murdered.
Was that the same day? Are you sure? Now, it may well have been. I don't pay much attention to that kind of thing. Why should I? It's really nothing to do with me.
Two-faced snake! I insist you march down to the inspector and tell him you want to change your statement.
Mr. Michaels, you're free. I don't understand your problem.
I'm only out on bail.
Oh, my congratulations. Oh, I'm sure that wasn't cheap. However, in spite of that, I still don't see why I should get involved with things that don't concern me.
You can't be serious. Thanks to you, I've just spent the past 3 weeks sitting in a cell as an innocent man.
Mr. Michaels,
Oh,
I really
прям
am extremely sorry, but I can't fulfill your request. My own credibility would be on the line if I were to simply change my mind. Unless...
Unless what? Come on, spit it out and quit playing around, you pathetic little blackmailer. Otherwise, I promise you that the murder series will continue. Here and now.
No. Admittedly, I'd be the last one who's standing in your way. But a man's gotta do what a man's gotta do, isn't that so? All the same, I would like a photo of you. Nothing sensational. Maybe somewhere in the woods with a knife in your hand.
So they can send me straight into the madhouse. No way.
Okay, think about it. A watertight alibi for a tiny little
Миру всё-таки его
amusing
достал.
photo. It's not a bad exchange.
You are one nasty good egg, Murray. You know that?
I'll even give you a camera to take it with. My best one.
Полароид.
Yeah. Does it still work using a lever?
It's a collector's piece. One of the first instant film cameras on the European market. An SX70. And still in great condition, too. 15 years ago, a very well-groomed gentleman handed it over to me as a deposit in my pawn shop. He never picked it up again. So, you can say that I obtained it quite legitimately. And now, I entrust you with it. Pay attention, I'll tell you how it works.
That's okay. I'll work it out. If I choose to use it.
But that's not all. I've got another present for you.
О боже мой,
Here, a
подарки.
brand new
Прямо
rucksack.
Рождество. Блин, с лицом самого гордого.
And free food and lodgings for as long as you wish, Mr. Michaels. Accept it as a peace offering and reparations for the trouble with the statement.
You really are a few cards short of a full deck.
Mr. Michaels, wait!
What do you want now?
Forget the woods. In front of the castle would definitely have much more impact. The photo, I mean.
And people think I'm crazy.
Так, мне нужно сделать Миру фотографию, на которой он должен представить в роли мясника из Black Mirror. По какой цене? Чтобы негодяй сказал наконец-то правду. Ложь для правды — основа бизнеса мира. Так, ясно. Хотя нет, так уже. Так, уменьшим диалоги. Хотя они так не громкие. Эффекты поменьше. Окей.
Huh. Blackmere Castle in poster format. I wonder who would hang this kind of thing above their bed.
Так, газеты.
The Willow Creek Telegraph. The guests need to be kept up to date with what the murderer is up to. This is information about all the attractions Willow Creek has to offer. The Murder Museum. The crime scene route including a flying visit to the pub and a group photo in front of the castle. I don't really want to know anymore. Huh, what have we got here? Bloody greetings from the murder village. See Blackmere Castle and die. Hello and goodbye with the Gordons. Quite a one-sided selection. A bowl of apples. Probably poisoned. Murray, my favorite hotelier. Obliging, helpful, polite, and always on the lookout to maximize his profits on the back of crime.
Может посмотреть, что в номере. Ой. О, теперь там кто-то есть?
Lifted clean off its hinges. They were probably broken. The floor plan of the hotel. All the rooms are drawn on it. Huh. Murray's office is next to my room. Back there's just a little sitting area. 2 armchairs, a table, a shelf with books.
Посмотреть, что в номере.
The room looks almost exactly the same as the other one I had 3 weeks ago. I bet Murray got a discount on the interior decoration. The only thing I brought with me from Boston is a jacket, and I keep that on day and night. This thing is completely useless to me.
Блин, 3 недели в камере в одной и той же одежде. Ишь.
Murray's office is right behind this wall. An antiquated thing for antiquated backsides.
Так.
There's only atmospheric noise. Probably have to pay extra to get TV channels. They've covered up the ugly gray carpet with an even uglier beige carpet. Great idea. A rucksack with a contorted image of my father's face on it. I'm not sure Murray's actually allowed to sell crap like this. Whatever. I'll sue him for that later. First of all, let's see what's inside.
Мне кажется, я скажу, служу, а не я ему выскажу. Воу. Три по цене одного.
One of Murray's merchandise articles. Blood-spattered plastic knife. Great for Halloween, especially in combination with the Samuel Gordon mask.
Ой, те самые не... То есть те самые туристы из первой части. О, тут еще кто-то может зайти.
That's private.
Ну ладно, потом.
A big trolley for the masses of baggage the tourists that flock through here have with them. Murray always did have a bit of a tendency towards delusions.
Неважно. Что это за супер популярный мужик с логотипов? Популярный. Ну это Сэмюэль Гордон. Вот. или Сэм Гордон, его тут главный герой называет. Ну, в общем, как оказалось в первой части, что мы его сын. Ну, то есть тут все завязано на Гордонах, которые живут в этом Black Mirror. Но просто в первой части Сэмюэль Гордон приехал в поместье, и тут начались убийства. А потом казалось, что он проклят и совершал убийство под проклятием. Так, как это тут сделать? Сказал, вроде перед входом можно.
There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel. To the river, I reckon.
Так, секунду.
One of Murray's merchandise articles. Blood splattered. A lighter with Samuel's face on it. I could probably laugh about it if it wasn't my own father.
Или все-таки в лесу. А, да я смотрел, просто не признал. А, ну все-то. Дорога в лес.
I've no idea where that path leads.
А, сюда, значит, ты можешь зайти.
That's actually a no parking sign. But I guess in this context it means stay out.
Так, здесь надо, наверное, идти... Ритуальный круг, я полагаю. Так, мы нашли только это.
North Sea. This is where England stops. I found Miss Valley's corpse here. Yes, right here. But there's no evidence of the crime to be seen. Next spring, lovers will be back here, looking out at the sea, arm in arm. An old, abandoned lighthouse. It must have collapsed many years ago. The spiral staircase is completely decayed. The lighthouse hasn't been used for ages.
Сейчас сюда.
Whoever drives here with a car is either quite brave or quite stupid.
Здесь ничего.
An English sky that no travel brochure can ever do justice to. Someone's got something against That's barbed wire. It was invented to block foot soldiers. Once you get caught, the more you try to free yourself, the worse it gets. And slowly but surely you bleed. A locked gate made of rotten planks. The barbed wire is signed and nailed to the gate.
А, я только прошлый выпуск
That means
пропустил,
you
вот
can
его завтра
open or close it on the other
Дэнхон,
side
привет.
without
Тебя же
touching the
выпустили из
barbed
тюрьмы.
wire.
Я сам себя выпустил из тюрьмы. Смотрите, как говорится, в прошлой серии. Так, бомжар, спокойной ночи, Плужников. Спокойной ночи, но вроде сейчас еще рано. Точнее, как сам себя выпустил. Ну, там же в самом начале, считай, выходишь из тюрьмы. Я просто нашел себе дело. Вот, понять. О, это замок. Ну,
A
мне сам
busted
замок.
signpost. You can hardly make out what he used to say. As long as I don't know where this.
Понятно.
Spectacular backdrop, huh? But as I'm already here, I ought to look in on Lady Victoria and ask how she's doing.
То есть, значит, я еще могу фотографировать эти фотоаппараты. Чё, менгир?
A huge lump of stone. I'm no geologist, but it doesn't look like it grew here. It's apparently a survivor of the Bronze Age, like the things at Stonehenge. Looks like a few kids have had a party here. Bates would go bananas if he could see all this.
На самом деле, эта программа, через которую сейчас стримлю, она очень клевая.
The last time I was here, I was able to bust open
Жалко,
the
у меня не
wrought iron
полная
gate.
версия.
The lock looks way sturdier than it used to be. I'm not going to be able to get it open without a lot of hassle for sure.
Просто здесь даже в опциях нее можно активировать, чтобы тут у меня и чат был сразу, и все.
Oh, we've got a new doorbell with an intercom system.
Who's there?
My name's Adrian Gordon. I'd like to see Lady Victoria, please. Hello?
Дэн Хоми, мы возвращаемся в замок. Ну тут пока, типа, он решил навестить тетю. Получается, бабушку свою.
Yes, of course.
Please excuse the chaos. The builders are working on the renovations.
You're looking after Lady Victoria?
Yes, I'm a trained nurse of your...
Great-grandmother.
Даже
I
прабабушка.
take care of all of your great-grandmother's needs.
Thank you, Miss...
Angeline. Sister Angeline.
А, подожди-ка,
Thank you,
получается,
Sister
она...
Angeline.
Ну да, она мать Гордона, Сэмюэля.
Can I just ask you something?
Спрашивай.
Who is Lady Victoria?
As well as can be expected. She's not speaking to me, unfortunately. Perhaps you'll have better luck.
Do you think that being in the middle of a construction site is the right place for such an old lady?
Lady Victoria was most insistent that she be moved back into the castle. She said that she'd been born here and that she wanted to die.
Она выжила? Хек. Ну
And the
да, она
walls here are
единственная.
rather thick. She doesn't hear that much.
Хотя теперь
At
она
least she hasn't complained as of yet.
прикована к кровати.
God, looks like a death chamber in here. Oh, I can feel a chill in my heart. I can only hope Victoria gets better soon.
Так, сначала обследуем все.
A room screen. It's supposed to be a barrier to prying eyes. A plush stool. Like lots of things in this room, it's red. There are lots of cupboards. Huh, this is probably Victoria's dressing room. Hairbrushes, makeup utensils, creams.
Фактически это сейчас
Victoria's
единственный
cosmetic
родственник главного героя.
A small casket.
Все ведь
Victoria probably
подохли,
keeps her
считай,
jewelry in it.
в том финале.
Huh. There's some pretty big fish being gutted in this picture. It's signed W. Gordon, 1921. I wonder if William painted it. Reminds me of Lady Eleanor's castle in Wales, but during better days. When Tom was holding me prisoner there 3 weeks ago, it was already half sunk in the marsh. A shelf with books, souvenirs, and caskets on it. Probably full of memories. A picture of a woman in white. Looks like a kind of wedding dress. That's William's name at the bottom corner. My great-grandfather must have painted it. A bit of a deja vu moment. About 4 weeks ago, I was standing at my foster mom's sickbed. These machines were there, too. There's even a button to call the nurse here as well.
Пора поговорить уже.
Victoria, my great-grandmother, and the only member of my family I've got left.
Hello, Victoria? It's me, Adrian. Victoria, are you okay?
А, не говорите с нами.
Victoria, I need your help. Really. The police don't believe me. How can I make them understand that I'm Adrian
Пытаюсь
Gordon
узнать, что с ним
when the
случилось.
name Dan Michaels is printed in my passport?
Ам,
Victoria, you're the only one who can help me. Please.
Фактически мы сейчас, ну, наша главная цель это убрать с себя обвинение. То есть нас кто-то выпустил под залог, но фактически мы все еще под подозрением и не можем уехать отсюда. Но вообще главный персонаж пытается, ну, то есть главный герой пытается сейчас, во-первых, понять, почему у него алиби Мюррей не, как сказать, солгал насчет нашего алиби, плюс найти улики, доказать, что это не мы подожгли и не мы убийца. Вот.
Are you being well looked after?
Так, наверное, просто все спрашиваешь, а потом...
Did you put up the bail for me?
Не, она все еще молчит.
I'm sorry about what happened to Bates, Eleanor, and Sally. It must be awful for you.
Adrian, tell me the truth. Was it you? Did you start the fire?
No, Victoria, it wasn't me. It was Lewis. He did what Angelina told him to do. She was behind all the murders. It was her who also lured me here because she needed me for, you know, the curse which only affects the male Gordons. She wanted to achieve what Samuel was trying to prevent. She was possessed by it. She lied to me, to all of us.
What's all that, Adrian? You sound like a coward.
Эй, чуть за пределом.
It wasn't me. It was Angelina. Why should I believe you? Why have you come here at all? Things were going well for you in America. If you'd only just stayed there, Bates would still be alive.
Офигенно.
Eleanor,
Мы еще во всем не виноваты.
Miss Valley, you're too weak. You can't stand up to Mordred. His ghost rides you like a child rides a rocking horse.
Почему ты берешь бабка, кидаешь мне
Since you've
судья?
turned up, there's
Тут
been
именно.
nothing but calamity. Just disappear again, Adrian. Do me a favor and go back to where you came from
Старая
before
карга.
the other half of the castle goes up in flames.
What have you done to her?
Nothing at all. I've been talking with her, that's all.
You'd better go now. Your great-grandmother needs peace and quiet.
Yes, I'm
Проклятием
sorry.
выиграла,
I
то есть
didn't want that.
страсть
I'm sorry.
Just go, please.
Ой, парень, ой, парень.
Batman. Now, it's not just everyone in the village that hates me. The only remaining member of my family, too. Real good job, Darren. If I wasn't already doing it, I'd be signing up for therapy right away.
Да, она, походу, уже успокоилась. Стоп, это был глюк или как? Короче говоря, тем, кто не видел в первой части, там до этого был только один такой глюк. В общем, да, теперь у нас пока что такие вот клевые фантазии. Из-за того, что мы под проклятием, теперь Дэрона иногда заносит. Например, в прошлый раз, когда я осматривал нож в булочной, и мы водил Мордред, и он там, какой клевый нож, и прям, вообще там, ну, клево было. Посмотрите прошлое видео. Так, она возненавидела меня, Виктория считает, что это я его семья, если вы оставаться у себя в Бостоне. А это видение, да, я бы никогда не причинил вреда Виктории. Анжелина, она затеяла все это, она звонила мне сюда, и все эти люди на ее совести. Виктория не верит ни единому слову, столько у меня было доказательств, которые я мог бы ей показать. Отлично, мне нужны еще улики. Потому что парад показался тебе, не? Пора начать играть.
As long as I don't know...
Я и так вроде играю.
I've no idea where that.
Еще и в этот раз выключил все советы и все пазлы. Так, мне бы еще карты не при... А, вот карта. Маяк. Отель Гордон Пэлас. Клевая карта. Замена дневника. Так.
There's a poster hanging here. We're rebuilding for
Я
you.
про себя то
Soon will be
пропускаю,
even
не
more
понимаю.
spectacular. Experience the horror up close and personal. Reopening on the 1st of December. That's
А,
in
ты
a
вроде
few
еще в
days'
первую
time.
часть хотел играть, да? Так, нужно еще раз. Сказала сделать перед отелем. Может, около фонтана? Это как сработает. Тут каких даже активных точек нет. Сейчас надо поговоришь с ним.
Hi, Murray.
Oh, the esteemed Mr. Michaels. What's on your mind?
Поговорим обо всем.
Do you know the inspector, Mr. Spooner?
Oh, yes, I certainly do. He was here twice. Took half the hotel apart. A terribly
Ага, там же 7
inconsiderate
так.
fellow.
Ну да, да.
But good for business, too. How often, as a tourist, do you have the chance to see this kind of an investigation firsthand? Unfortunately, he confiscated all of your and Miss Angelina's personal effects. Means I can only display replicas in the museum.
Psha, what bad luck.
Реплики, а не возражения. Что он несет, этот перевод? Ой, так. Круть. Привет, Бельян 43. Буду называть тебя так.
So, anything exciting happen?
You mean, apart from Miss Valley's murder and the castle burning down and 3 people losing their lives?
Да, что еще?
Well, the fair's finished. In its place, we now have a new exhibition in the Willow Creek Museum of Modern Murder. It's opening in a few days.
Всегда мечтал в
You
такой
should
сходить.
definitely see that. It's worth it.
Oh, yeah. For you, most definitely.
Так, вот насчет фото.
This photo of me that you've pictured.
Only a small favor. A tiny exertion on your part. Nothing huge. You just have to smear yourself with a little blood and swing a knife about. In a scary sort of way, of course.
Well, naturally. Oh, and best naked under a full moon by the lighthouse, yeah?
You're the pro. I trust your aesthetic sense completely.
Да, на этой ярмарке только на
Who's
парке
guaranteeing
работала.
that you
Ну
won't
да.
immediately run to the cops with it?
And what would I get out of that? You're judging me completely wrongly. Anyway, anyone would see that it's completely staged. I don't want anything authentic. Rather something somewhat stylized. Like for a movie poster.
You want to make a poster out of it?
I'm thinking more of a life-sized cardboard figure for the hotel entrance. Well, if you wouldn't have anything against that.
Do what you want. Just make sure you change your statement at the police
Первый
station.
играл,
Understood.
когда давным-давно. Не имею желания переигрывать в нее.
But you
Я
know I
знаю
had
весь
nothing to do
сюжет.
with the
Вот.
fire.
Ну, то есть я
don't
все
you?
помню.
Yes, well, according to the papers...
Yeah, the British tabloid press is world-renowned for its believability.
Well, of course, they don't always have the whole truth in there, but the headlines do help me to keep the hotel going.
In this case, at my expense.
Так.
The woods around Willow Creek are pretty gloomy.
The woods are quite exceptional, I'll have you know. Full of ghosts and demons, if you like to believe the local folklore.
Oh my god.
The perfect backdrop for all of the grisly murders that have happened here and are, regrettably, yet to come.
You can hardly wait, right?
I've lived here long enough to know that patience is a virtue.
Why don't you go out and kill a
Lord
few
mine.
people yourself if you're so hot on it all?
I'm a businessman, not a murderer. A small but absolutely fine distinction, Mr. Michaels.
See you, Murray.
Back to work.
One of Murray's merchandise articles.
Все еще не пойму, как точно нам нужно сделать это убийственное фото.
A Polaroid camera. Murray gave it to me. My good old SLR sadly never made it out of the ruins.
Ага. Ух ты, он тут как человечек бегущий. Так, тут что-то есть.
Fine English cliffs. Gray and steep. Perfect for bringing your life to an end.
Нет, Эдриан, твоя работа еще не закончена. Туп. Вот серьезно. Так. Фотография, которая должен представить в роли мясника. Какой цене? Что?
Aimlessly wander through the woods? No thanks. The last time that I got arrested for arson and murder.
Понятно. Нифига не понятно. Эллу Крик. Отель. Замок.
Plastic soul key, check. Batteries, none. Murray tight ass, check.
Клевый перевод. Так, блин, этот текст убивает мои глаза. Больше половины слов не читаю неверно. Не волнуйся, они еще и неправильно написаны тут, так что... Да.
Hello, doctor? Can I ask you a quick question?
Интересно, это может из-за того, что у меня...
Will do. Till then.
Так, психолог меня сейчас не примет. Возможно, это потому, что у меня у этой программы стоит 480/50. Отлично. Ну да. Просто это если локализация, то она очень странная. Ну да, в прошлой же версии он был немножко сглаженный, а тут он такой-то вырвиглазный. Но я могу понять, да. Окей, камера Polaroid, нож. Где мне, блядь, фоткаться? Какие квесты еще рубил помимо Чёрного зеркала? Ну, много достаточно. Так. Хотя, так, ну, по сериям. Still Life. Сибирию играл. Sinking Island. Всю трилогию секретных материалов, ну, про Нину Коленкову. Там Тунгуска, потом секта, все такое. Что еще? Ну, Нэнси Дрю у меня целая коллекция игр. Сломанный меч играл в 5 частей. Третью только не прошел, потому что я не смог играть в это. Шерлок Холмс играл почти все, кроме самой последней, потому что она у меня не идет. Ну, мог чё. Так вот, что вспомнил. Полицейского здесь
I'll just
нет.
leave him in peace for now. I'm not going back there, though.
Серьезно,
A lighter with Samuel's...
понять не имею, что сейчас сделать. В смысле, он сказал сфоткаться, окей. С ножом. Как бы мне это активировать-то? А, тут еще можно звонить своему адвокату. Не могу позвонить? Да, могу.
Jones and Partners Chambers. Please leave your name and telephone number. We're in your corner.
Так, ясно. А, еще вспомнил неплохую серию. Смерть как искусство. Да, по-моему, она так называлась. Ну-ка, если гадалки позвонить.
I've had enough of my future for today. Maybe I'll call her again tomorrow.
Заруби в Алиду. Алиду? Что такое Алида?
I'll only go in there again once I've got a black belt in karate. Or when the pub has a new owner.
Так, он туда не хочет идти. Е.
Anyone want to buy an E?
3 кекс. А, у нее еще и буква упала. Ни одного ЛП нет на нее. Квест Алида.
You can hardly make out what used to
Я
be
им
written
удивлен.
there.
Такой
But I
звончик
assume
ни
that
разу не
nothing
слышал.
edible has ever been served here. At least since Tom inherited the pub.
Ну да, чё б не стал с крайним ножом полицейский участок, с которым недавно вышел. Да блин! Я уже не знаю. Ну то есть, вот его нож, вот камера. Let's take a selfie. Почка. Do barrel roll.
A bro.
А, это продуктовый магазин.
The sales girl was terrified.
А, да, она боится.
There were a load of knives in that before, or am I mistaken?
Sold out.
Она их просто все убрала. Все ясно, все. Ух ты. А тут эта старушка, она прям панически нас боится. Бобби, Эдвард.
Huh. There's Bobby, the village idiot. Well, no, that's being unfair. He's pretty much the nicest guy for miles around.
А пока я ничего не знаю, я
Hello,
буду
Bobby.
бродить.
Oh, hi,
Спрашивайте.
Darren. Is it true that you're evil now?
No, Bobby, you don't need to be scared.
Это оригинал не так.
I'd never do anything to anyone.
Заикается.
The others said that you set fire
А
to the
постмортем говно.
castle.
You shouldn't believe everything people tell you, Bobby.
Я как раз никак не
I'm
могу ее
innocent.
пройти.
I was just in the wrong place at the wrong
Я
time.
пробовал несколько раз стримить и меня
That's what
не
Tom
says
says
самым
all
лучшим
the
результатом.
time too. Okay, Darren.
Так, ты меня достал. Я буду пропускать его.
Tell me, Bobby, do you know the village policeman?
Yeah, but I don't like him. Tom doesn't like him either.
Are you working here now?
Yeah, but not for money, but for
I get it.
Понятно.
Aren't you working in the museum anymore?
no.
The mayor
That's
sent
the
you
deal.
away? How come she did
I
that?
didn't take enough care, she said. I did lose the
А, ключ
key.
потерял.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
А это не мы их у нее украли? Да, да, точно.
And is Denise happy you're helping her out?
Yeah, she gives me muffins and chocolate.
That's kind of her.
But I don't want to have it for nothing. I'll pay for
That's nice of you, Bobby. You really like her then?
Oh, yeah. Denise is much prettier than...
Клево.
Do you know the old lady who left so quickly earlier?
That's old Dorothy. She's funny. She always comes here and picks up old cakes.
What's your brother Tom up to then?
I don't know. He's not around much right now. But that's good too. He said he's going to kill you if he finds you.
I'd better be going.
Okay, Dad.
Отлично. Еще один человек, который хочет убить нас.
The cafe waiter is a real stiff. Maybe he's just swallowed something rather nasty? Ah, just ask him.
Господи, ну что за перевод?
Hi.
Good day, sir.
You almost look like a waiter to me.
You're absolutely right, sir. My name is Edward.
Do you know the inspector?
Of course. He's a very good customer. Perhaps a little too good. He likes to keep Denise from doing her work. And she likes being distracted.
So maybe it's not the right job for her.
On the contrary, sir. I tell her father time and again she's absolutely the right woman for the job. Even the workmen from the castle come down here for a coffee. I really couldn't imagine anyone better for the job than her.
What can you tell me about Willow Creek?
A quiet place. Bad for midwives, they'd find no work here. But ideal for authors, if they happen to write thrillers.
Yeah, or horror stories.
Так, что там? Они еще и языками в тексте пытаются передать. Походу, чтобы жизнь сладкой не казалась. Не, ну так же и в первой части было. Ой,
It's a nice
второй.
cafe you've got here.
Thank you, sir. I do all I can to keep it that way.
Aren't cafes a bit uncommon in England?
If you say so, sir. But I think this place deserves an alternative to that drunkard's dive over there.
You've got lots of photos of the people of Willow Creek in here. Have you got any of the Gordons?
Sorry, sir, but the Gordons do not keep company in these humble rooms.
Where do they keep company then?
As far as I know, they very rarely leave their estate. They used to go to church every Sunday, but it's been a long time since they've even done that.
I'd better be going.
Please do us the honor again soon, sir.
Ладно, я со всеми пообщался здесь. Каким-то образом мне нужен теперь дорога в отель, дорога в лес. Может, в лесу все-таки может где-то сфоткаться? Деревья.
The cold pierces through your buttonholes and right down to your bones.
О, привет,
And
пап
just around
Спайрот.
the corner. In a few weeks, the last of the trees will be bare.
Нет. Останься тут. Дорога в Уилл-Крик. Тропа. Может, около тропы он просто возьмет и сфоткает. Ну... Странно.
No. I don't feel like it. All the warnings, the barbed wire, that has to make this path incredibly interesting. I'd really like to know what's behind all that.
Нет, только вязанка.
Empty. I don't think I still need the rucksack. I'll stash it in my hotel room while I'm at it.
Серьезно, тут где-то должно быть место, что ли, где он типа, ага, пожалуй, сфоткаю здесь.
No. That's barbed wire. It was invented, but the more you try to freeze...
Так, мне надо избавиться от нее. Судя по количеству предметов в инвентаре, много пропустил. Ну, я играю всего лишь 54 минуты. Сейчас.
I've no idea where that path leads.
На самом деле, тут не особо ничего многого. Стой какой-то. Вход.
I wouldn't know why I'd want to start a conversation.
С одним чудовищем. Так, сфоткайся в начале дороги, где деревья. Так, я пропустил это тоже. Но сейчас я вернусь в номер, чтобы избавиться от ненужного предмета.
While I'm here, I may as well put away the stuff I don't want to carry around with me.
Вот. Так, он что-то еще выкинул. Так, что это еще было?
I wouldn't know why I'd want to start a
Чудик.
A telephone. A telephone.
Да, я понял, что это телефон. Ступени.
There are a few steps leading down behind the hotel.
Крики. Ну давай, крики, иди. Господи. Нет. Нет. А перед отелем? Нет. Нет.
Wasting water like that wouldn't really be Murray's style. I guess it's rainwater that's pumped up again and again. Definitely not wasting water like that.
Так, ладно, пробуем еще раз в лес. Значит, дорогие деревья, мы говорите. Так, это замок. Во, развилка в лесу.
A Polaroid camera. Murray. I've no idea where that path leads. That's the road to Warmhill, Willow Creek's neighboring village. Well, village is a little bit of an exaggeration, but at least there's a church there. I don't want to walk there though, well I have no reason to. That's the road to Well. I don't want to walk.
Знаешь, что туда и ведет церковь, понятно. Может, нам нужно еще раз в замок сходить.
The gate is locked shut.
О, замок. Просто сфоткай.
Oh well, here goes nothing.
О! Чё-то мало людей, даже слишком. Во, надо сфоткаться перед замком. Let's take a selfie. Отлично. Так, PS. Моник читается как Quas Dead Our Dead. Психанутое дело закат. Quas Dead Our Dead 990090090. Я чувствую, что я сейчас заказал себе рингтон. Так, теперь мы это сделали, возвращаемся в отель. И насчет мало людей это не важно. Все теперь. А зачем селфи делать? Короче, это такая сложная манипуляция, что это нужно для того, чтобы чувак забрал свои лживые показания. Ага.
So there, you've got your stupid photo. Happy?
Oh, I can hardly recognize a thing.
Me in front of the castle as agreed? Okay, off
Про
to the
замок.
cops, Murray.
Не помню, что про это
I'm
говорили.
sure you know how important my exonerating statement in the Valley murder case is.
Murray,
Okay, I'll take it.
first go to the police station.
All right, then I'll go today. I'm an honorable businessman.
And I'm a possessed madman.
I suggest taking a rest in your room first, And then when you wake up, everything will have been sorted with the
ладно.
police.
I really could use some sleep.
О, теперь у нас все перечеркнуто. Он считает в порядке вещей, что я дам фотографии ему просто так, без того, чтобы он справился с показанием. Он не мог забыть фотографии для исправления, была его сделка. Теперь я могу немного поспать в кровати в своем номере. Смотришь на меня. Поставь таймер на стрим. Но он и так стоит у меня 60-40. Давай, то есть уже час играю. Ух ты, письмо.
Huh. Someone shoved something under the door.
О, таинственная музыка заиграла.
I can help
Я
you
могу
prove
помочь
your
доказать твою
innocence,
невиновность,
because I
потому что я
believe in
знаю,
your
что ты
innocence.
невиновен.
But I
Ты
have
должен
to be able
довериться.
to trust
Мы
you
можем
too.
встретиться, поэтому передаю тебе
We
только указания.
can't
Если ты
meet
принимаешь
yet,
мою
which is
помощь,
why
то я
I'm just
оставлю
gonna
первое
send you
послание у могилы
clues.
твоего отца.
If you want
Wow.
to take up my offer, then you'll find the first lead at your
Not time.
father's grave.
Так. Странно, вам его не видно.
Huh. That's a bit confusing. Who's this message from? Murray? He doesn't have an interest in proving my innocence. And anyway, he would just tell me himself. But who else knows I'm living here in the hotel? I need to follow this up carefully. And I ought to find out where the graveyard is around here.
Так, сегодняшний вечер, похоже, затягивается. Кто-то верит, что я невиновен. Я должен доказать это. Но почему и кто послал это сообщение, которое нашел в гостиничном номере Мюррей? Два, не нужно идти к могиле. Сам я хочу больше. К сожалению, я понять не умею, где здесь кладбище. Так. Нам нужно найти кладбище. Спросим Мюррея. Да, таймер, к сожалению,
Hi,
показывается.
Murray.
Oh, the esteemed Mr. Michaels. What's on your mind?
Murray, do you know where the local graveyard is?
A graveyard? Didn't you want to take a rest?
I'm not up for resting anymore.
I'm sure you can't mean the graveyard behind the hotel. It's being redone right now.
It's being what?
I've had it removed for the time being, so I can relocate it in a sensational new setting. It means I can charge more for some of the rooms, with views over the Gordon graveyard.
You've had the Gordon family graves leveled?
To be quite honest, there was only Lothar Gordon's grave there, the founder of the original sanatorium. The family crypt is in the churchyard at Wormhill.
Ah, right. In Warm Hill, then.
No, в соседней деревне.
Is this note here from you?
Pardon? No, I speak to my guests personally when I've got something for them.
Was there anyone here asking for me earlier?
No, you're simply not well known enough. That'll soon change, believe me.
Слизняк.
See you, Murray.
Back to work.
О, у меня
A
осталось.
photo of me in front of the castle. That'll have to do for Murray.
Она осталась.
I can help you prove
Да,
your
да, я читал
innocence.
тоже. Так. Капич находится за приходом Уорхилл. Где моя карта? Так, это, значит, идти к замку, считай, потом туда. А, вот он, Уорхилл, считаем по карте-то. Вот сюда. Там.
It's really overgrown back there. And foggy, too. It wouldn't surprise me if some undead
Foggy.
ghoul suddenly started staggering about. According to the map, this stream's called Old Wansford.
Тут стараюсь все смотреть, потому что иногда это бывает очень важно. Тропка.
Why should I go into the middle of the woods? Why should I go in?
Да, я понял, ты не хочешь в лес.
That's quite a recent grave. There are even a few flowers still lying on it. That's quite a recent grave. Ancient headstones. It looks like the design hasn't changed in hundreds of years. There might be bells behind the slats. In that case, they are small auxiliary bell towers. Warm Hill Church. 800 years old and no spire. Very unusual. A fortified tower with battlements. That might have been more essential than a bell tower.
Зеркало.
A huge stained glass window for optimum illumination.
Illumination.
Who's that? That doesn't look like the priest.
Hey, you there. Good morning.
What the? Oh, I'm sorry, lad. I must have nodded off.
In the confession box?
The bench has a cushion on it, at least.
You're not the priest, are you?
God forbid. I'm Mark, the grave digger.
Do you know Warmhill well?
Of course, but it's just a few houses on the back of the woods. There's more life in here, I tell you. Are you looking for something in particular?
No, I'm just trying to get an idea of the place.
Looking around this graveyard will give you a better idea of the place. And should you want to reserve yourself a spot here, then let me know. I recommend the southern slope. That's the best location.
Thanks for the tip, but I'm in no hurry to die just yet.
But maybe death's in a hurry to come and get you.
Но смерть с вами похожа очень, да? О, клёв.
What is it you actually do all day?
Answer stupid questions.
I mean, digging graves can't be all you do.
Yeah, you're right, lad. I don't just dig. I repair things too, keep the church in order, guard the graves. And if you think that the weeds grow on their own around here, then think again. It ain't weeds and it don't grow on its own. But who's interested anyway?
What did you mean by that? You guard the graves?
Well, because of the clientele. So they don't get dug up by dogs and the like.
Which dogs?
Well, strays from around here. For them, a graveyard is like
An underground hot dog stand?
Yeah, exactly. With bloody tough sausages.
You must have a lot to do around here, being the gravedigger.
Oh, that's right. My job here is quite secure.
Не подвержена кризисам. Эй, не знаю, куда нужно устроиться.
Can you tell me anything about the church?
What do you mean then, lad? Who built it? It certainly wasn't me, even if I might look that old. Must have been around the time Marcus Gordon was alive. Have you seen the dark part of the tower up there?
Yes.
He ran out of stone, and they say he took stones from his castle walls to finish it off. Demolished his own castle to finish the church.
A model Christian.
Perhaps his time was running out.
A crypt that's 100 feet tall with an altar and a bell tower, all for him alone. What a modest man.
All those tops are. No, he treated himself to an but it caved in 12 years ago. Nobody can get in there anymore.
Никто не может туда пройти. Господи.
It's quite a woody area.
That's also supposed to be the reason it's such a bloody area.
The evil of the woods? People around here read too many horror stories.
Or have experienced it themselves. Have you been in the woods here at night?
No.
Так.
They say there's plenty to see. Murderous lords of the castle. The undead. Mordred's voracious hellhounds. There are many stories about it. Probably as many stories as there are people here.
The woods around Willow Creek strike me as being particularly creepy.
Yes, and the number of wild boars in there is uncanny. I've known them to trample down my fences to get at the clientele. But I've got some crafty traps set up. I'm looking forward to having a roast. The priest gave his permission.
There's a fresh grave in front of the church.
That'll be Sally's, the young cook from the castle. The poor thing was burned to death,
могила
just
Салли.
like old Bates. The fire didn't really make any difference. But Bates isn't here. Lady Victoria insisted on burying him in the Golden Crypts. Well, there are just too many murderers and suicides. They're frowned upon in Catholic graveyards, particularly the ones who commit suicide.
Why? What happens to them?
Well, they're buried anonymously, without any religious ceremony, without the ringing of the bells, without any prayers,
О,
without a
отлично.
priest, nothing. They're all
Сэмюэль же
buried
покончил с
before
собой.
sunrise,
Теперь придется
over by
искать его
no
могилу.
fall.
Isn't that what they used to do hundreds of years ago?
Perhaps where you come from. But we're in Wormhill, the manor of Black Mirror Castle. Things are all a bit different around
да,
here,
отлично.
my lad.
You don't happen to know, being the gravedigger and all, where Samuel Gordon's grave is? He must have been buried in 1981.
That's a tough one, lad.
Подожди, 81.
So many people died here 12 years ago. Good
12
and
лет
evil alike in the
назад.
strangest of circumstances. I really
Oh,
can't remember who ended up where. You'd be better off talking to Father Frederick, the priest. Perhaps he can remember.
Ну где этот отец?
Where would I find the priest then?
Today? Well, you won't find him at all. He left around midday. Some conference or other. Supposed to be back by noon tomorrow, though.
I'd better be going.
Keep your eyes peeled, lad.
Так, больше тут нет, что ли, ничего?
Bare wooden pews. Very inviting.
Так.
There are some phrases from the Bible, and behold the Lamb of God that taketh away the... For to me to live is Christ, and to die. For many are called, but few are chosen. These European churches really are impressive buildings. America was probably still.
Что там у нас? 7 минут и могила отца священника нет. Я смогу спросить его только завтра с утра. Домой тогда, что ли? Воу.
Oh, is it that late already?
Фига себе, как поздно. Ну-ка, значит, на кладбище попробую сходить. Безымянные могилы.
Gravestones without names. That's William Gordon's grave, my great-grandfather. He died in August.
Так, не фамильный скрип.
That's the Gordon family crypt. I'm not interested. The wall has collapsed right in the middle without having a demolition ball taken to it. Takes a few hundred years for that kind of thing. Locked. That's probably the place. This is Sally's grave. This is Sally's grave.
Ну ладно. Пора выходить отсюда.
Those must be wild boars. There's supposed to be plenty of them around here. Oops. Or demonic hellhounds, as they say in the local fables.
О, черт.
I better get out of here fast if I don't want to get mauled. I can't keep this up for too long. How come I'm not waking up? This must just be a nightmare.
А, вот теперь просто лежит.
Are they gone?
Ух.
Calm before the storm? I think I better wait until those beasts have lost their appetite.
Так, какой-то кошмар. Видение, чем бы то ни было, я застрял в этой хижине, спасаясь от твоих чудовищных псов. Что мне теперь делать? Что там советовала доктор Уинтерботом? Фух. Совет спокойствия. Искать выход, если только он есть.
Damn, don't say somebody lives here. A box that's just rotting away. Don't want to know what's in that. That almost looks the same as the shredder in the museum. There's something lying in it.
Вау.
It's soft, damp, and cold. Yuck.
Что-то голова? Чья-то.
An old bucket. Oh, I hope that isn't the toilet.
Так. Никого. О, лампа.
An oil lamp. Doesn't seem all that old. Maybe it still works.
Так, у меня зажигалка вроде была. Дай нам свет, детка.
Oh, that's better. I can see now. What the
Еще
hell?
призраки.
Oh well, let's take a look then. Damn it, locked.
Смотри, что теперь в этой салморезке.
No thanks. I don't really want to know what's died in there.
Грабли.
A rusty old garden implement.
Напильник.
A file. Huh. The escape tool of choice. In the comics, at least.
Светящиеся наклейки.
A couple of luminous smiley stickers. Whoever lives here must be scared of the dark.
Что-то мне это напоминает. Что?
What the? Looks as though the door's been bolted from the outside. But how can that be?
Что? Дверь заперта.
A rusty old rake.
Так. О, тут висячий замок.
I'd need years for that. I reckon the lock would grind through the file instead of the other way around. A padlock of the really sturdy variety. A padlock.
Дверь сарая.
Another door. Let's see now. Was kinda obvious. There's storage behind it for logs. It stretches right to the door. There's no getting through here.
Тебе спать ложиться.
There's something lying under the bed, but I can't get at it.
Что ты есть говоришь? Нет, комментарии что ли не работают?
Gotcha. A cardboard box. Somebody scribbled something on the lid. I can't decipher it. The word definitely begins with an R, though. Let's take a look inside.
Надо смотреть, протереть.
A rag doll. Pretty ugly and worn out. I recognize it. I've seen it before. It was Ralph's. Yep, that's his doll. Mr. Bubby, or whatever he called it. Strange.
Он просто
How did it get here?
части.
And why has Ralph left it? He never used to go anywhere without it. What else have we got?
Здесь наклейки.
A luminous sticker with a smiley on it. And a cork from a bottle. This must be Ralph's shack. Or his hideaway.
Так, это уж видно нечто странное. Женщина вся в белом, идущая через лес. Мне кажется, что я как будто бы знал их долгие годы. Как-то меня не успокаивает то, что Рад живет в этой хижине. Или жил. Конечно, не опасен, но он сумасшедший, неудивительно, учитывая, что он столько лет провел в санатории, запертый в темном камере среди наркотиков и психов. Возможно, связывает больше, чем кажется. Так, иначе я взял с собой его вещи. Рано или поздно мы встретимся, я верну ему их.
I've got what I wanted.
Так.
A rag doll called Mr. Bubby, Ralph's best friend. A padlock of the room. It's fastened shut. Won't move an inch. The file is worn down. At the very most, a rusty file. The file is worn down. At the very most, you could... One of Murray's merchandise.
Нет, нет. Что можно делать с пробкой? А тут много еще чего есть, да? Так, перезагружу,
I'm guessing that's paint thinners or gasoline for cleaning stuff. Ugh, smells something like that at least.
Так, мой канал. Так. Странная тень.
A peculiar shadow.
А, там ключи есть.
I think I know where that mysterious shadow's coming from. Well, how about that? And so the key falls into my possession.
Ключ мой.
Fits. As I thought, full of junk. So let's have a look. Damn. That looks like one of the robes and the masks from the order that was after me. Huh. But at the same time, it's also proof that the order existed. I'll take it with me. There's some paper in the robe. Seems to be a letter to the order. Quite badly torn. Unable to stop the evil, already sacrificed. His objective, or something happens to me, no trace is to be...
Задержать зло, наш цель был ложный. Уже была жертва. Достигнем цели или что-то придет со мной, никаких следов.
I'm not completely certain, but it appears to be a request to cover up all traces of the order. That would explain why the robe is in the shack. I'll put it back. Perhaps I'll find something useful after all.
Ну, это открывашка. Метр.
A corkscrew and a yardstick. They look in reasonable shape. I'll take them. Whoa, chainsaw. I've got a feeling that this baby's gonna come in handy.
Groovy.
Huh. When the order dissolved itself, someone must have hidden their cowl here. Only question being, who?
Тебя еле слышно. Ну, извините, плохой тут у меня микрофон.
There's some paper in the robe. Seems to be unable to stop. I'm not complete. That would explain why the...
Это, так сказать, последствия. Зато здесь не глючит через него.
The tank's just about half full. Hopefully that'll be enough. Not a good idea. If I destroy the door and then find... Nothing more to see. The floorboards here sure creak loudly. The floorboards here. The file is worn down. I won't be able to manage that. I filled up the chainsaw, but the tank's lid is missing. I don't think it's a good idea.
Крышечки нет. Закроем вот этим.
Alright, that ought to hold. Now we can get going.
Когда говорил, ну извините, норм было. Но это бесспорно плюс. Ну да. Правда, тут 480p всего еще.
Shouldn't be a problem for the saw, but I ought to check what's underneath them first.
Так, как мне это сделать?
Interesting. There's at least half a meter of space below the boards. The shack must have been built on stilts. The next time I'm being pursued by hellhounds and hide in a shack, I'll look out for that as I go in. I'll just cut myself a trapdoor in the floor. It can also be closed again in an emergency. Sneak outside through the hole. Good. Let's try it. I'm better leaving the heavy junk here.
Тру-туру-ту-ту-ту. Ты пойдешь налево. Блин, вот вчерашние раскрашенные раскраски. Теперь напеваю эту песню. Зеркало.
Good. No wild beasts for miles. Weird. No tracks. The beasties couldn't have just disappeared into thin air. Oh, no!
Вау, замечательно. 2 минуты. 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 2 минуты Как раз 1,5 часа. У меня кошка это дрелись, испугались. Я тут другого пугаюсь. Ровно 1 глава. Ой, можно прям даже сейвиться уже.
Describe what you saw.
I saw myself as a child. I was playing with my sister in the woods. It's not far away from the castle. I could see it behind the trees. There was a man there, too.
Could you make out who it is?
No, he had his back to me. But something very bad has happened.
What's happened?
My sister, she's fallen in a hole. She's screaming. What should I do?
Adrian, you're not there anymore. Remember what you did at the time.
I ran to the hole, and I don't know. I can't remember. You woke me up before I could help her.
I didn't wake you up, Adrian. You woke up of your own accord. It would appear everything in you is trying to fend off this memory. Seems you really want to suppress it.
Or I just can't remember.
The memory is still there. You just need to let it happen.
It's easy for you to say.
Perhaps you should tackle this memory in a conscious state. Try and find the place in the woods that you saw. You need an anchor in the present.
If you say so.
And with regards to the hallucinations, I've ordered a medication. It should help to suppress them.
Very good. I'll take it. At least you can rely on conventional medicine.
Please take this prescription and give it to a buyer in the shop. She'll give you the medication.
Oh, she's a pharmacist too?
In a little village like this, everyone has more than one role.
Да. Так, я должен пускать то место. Ну, что осталось? Так, дела Ордена вышли из-под контроля после моего ареста. Сначала они хотели отводить меня от замка и академии, но после смерти мисс Вэлли они пытались убить меня. Но они больше не доставят мне хлопот. Похоже, что Орден распущен и пытается замести следы своего существования. Может, я спрошу об этом у Виктории при случае? И лучше смотреть дом мисс Вэлли. В конце концов, она была лидером. Так, в своем гостиничном номере приснилась ли мне эта хижина? Я очень плохо помню вчерашний вечер. Мир сказал, что он нашел меня в лесу и перенес в отель. Что здесь не так? Откуда ему было знать, что я там? Кто-то видел меня, кто-то из Ордена. Такое возможно? Так иначе, но костюм пропал. Мира мне лучше не спрашивать, он и так считает меня достаточно сумасшедшим. Теперь мне нужно идти на ежедневный сеанс к доктору Интерботу. Сегодня она хочет подвергнуть меня гипнозу, чтобы заставить меня вернуться в детство. Она считает, что там кроются ответы. Так, я должен искать то место в лесу, место, которое я видел во время гипноза. Так, куда упала? Яму, куда упала Анджелина. Стоит хотя бы попытаться. Возможно, доктор Уинтерботтон права, и действительно должен искать его в реальности. Если нет, то мне помогут медикамент, который должен забрать его в бае. Ух, так. Много всего.
The famous psychiatrist's couch. Until now, I always thought it was a joke. But it's actually quite comfortable.
Wow.
Dr. Winterbottom's notebook. Probably very revealing. At some point, she'll be able to write her memoirs with it.
Вообще 1,5 часа прошло. Стоит ли мне заканчивать или еще полчасика поиграть?
Dr. Winterbottom's lighter. Quite an expensive one. I guess it was a present.
Просто так. Ну сейчас я заранее сохранюсь на всякий случай. Давай. Давай заканчивай или давай продолжай. А, черт.
You could hardly call this straggle of flowers a bouquet. Whenever I'm here, the ashtray is full. Dr. Winterbottom smokes like a chimney. Perhaps she should be in therapy. Today's newspaper. There are probably lots of new, unbelievable
Продолжаем.
revelations
Ну хорошо,
about
еще
the
полчасика.
arsonist in it.
Ровно счета.
My adoptive mother had a lamp like that. I always had fun hiding in it when I was a kid. A Native American dream catcher. It's supposed to protect you from nightmares. A Newton's cradle. The ball passes on its momentum to the next one, which passes it on to the next until it reaches the last one, which can't pass it on any further and is kicked into the air. A simple example of kinetic energy, but its only use is to work this toy. I wonder if the record of our discussions will end up in there.
Привет, поиграй еще, пожалуйста. Хорошо, панда хардкор.
Dr. Winterbottom writes down a patient's dreams in the green books, but I haven't seen anyone else but me here yet. Strange.
Пожалуй, еще чуть ее спрошу.
Doctor?
How can I help you?
Тут целый ряд.
Do you believe me?
Darren, Adrian, we've gone through this so many times before. Of course I believe you.
Then why am I still on the hit list?
I'm a doctor, not a judge. By the way, they rejected the assessment of your not being of sound mind.
Rejected? But what about the awful nightmares?
That kind of reaction is only normal, Adrian. If somebody suddenly revealed to me that I was descended from a long line of bloodthirsty murderers, I'd have nightmares too.
Descendant. Потомкам убийц. А не убийцей.
How come you ended up here in the first place?
A colleague of mine I'd known from my student days. A doctor. Heinz Hermann. Once worked here in the sanatorium. He was a friend of the Gordons.
Его убили.
Then, 12 years ago, those dreadful murders took place. Heinz was one of the victims. I came here to give his family and the others a little spiritual support, and I'm still here. That's just how life goes sometimes.
Ай, там чайник. Ща, ребят, на секунду. Так, снова здесь.
Is it true that
Черт.
Spooner was sent here as a punishment?
Yes, I've heard that too.
What did he do then?
As far as I know, he overstepped his authority back in London, and that led to some guilty people getting off. Or maybe the other way round. However, I'm not exactly right in the picture with all this.
Oh, great. A bad-natured investigator who can't tell the difference between guilty and innocent. I couldn't have come up against a better guy. Get this. I've been released on bail.
Well, that's a good reason to celebrate.
I'm not quite so sure. The bail was paid anonymously. You know anything about that by any chance?
Anonymously? No. Who'd do something like that?
No idea. To be honest, I'd hoped you were behind it. Like living in Willow Creek?
Yes, I like the life and the people. It's like time stood still here.
And every few years,
Yes,
along comes some psycho and murders half a dozen locals.
Yes, well, compared to the murder statistics in London, it's a proper holiday here.
Здесь 800 человек живет.
Do you see me as being an arsonist?
Judging by your nightmares, you do at least seem to have a violence-orientated imagination.
Yeah, but Stephen King has that too.
As far as I'm aware, he has never been under suspicion of an arson attack resulting in 3 dead.
Whose side are you actually on?
On your side, Adrian.
Good. I swear to you that I've only ever told you the truth.
There are as many truths as there are people, Adrian, and we still have to find yours.
Oh.
What can you tell me about Warm Hill?
Well, not a lot, really. It's a little hamlet that belongs to Willow Creek. There are only a few people living there. Most of the houses are falling apart. I think it's where all the miners used to live.
Right.
Do you know Ralph?
Ralph? No. Who's that?
Oh, not so important.
Whoa.
Something strange happened to me last night. I don't know what was real and what wasn't.
Tell me about it, Adrian.
I was just on my way back to the village when I was attacked by large black dogs in the woods. Fortunately, there was a shack close by, which I was able to hold up in. I couldn't get back out through the door. Once I cut my way outside through the floor with a chainsaw, there were no signs the dogs had been there at all. Then I fell unconscious. Supposedly, Murray found me there in the middle of the night and brought me back to the hotel. I can't remember any of that.
A classic dream of repression. The black dogs, and then... there's nothing there. It's a deep-seated fear of the consequences of your actions.
Should be a lady.
I saw a woman dressed in white. Almost looked like some kind of wedding dress.
Where did you see her?
When I was locked in the shack, from the window. She was standing on the edge of the clearing. She saw me and then disappeared into the woods.
Did she say anything, or do anything?
Well, I didn't hear anything, but perhaps. She certainly wasn't just wandering around. It almost seemed as though she was looking for something.
Really? There's a legend here in Willow Creek about a white lady who wanders through the woods looking for her child. In vain, as the story goes, but no one has ever seen her.
Until now.
Don't worry, Adrian. That's a completely natural reaction to this myth. It originates from the collective longing for a pure mother figure who can be adored like a saint. Out of the whole thing that there are chosen ones who perceive her apparition. And everyone wants to be a chosen one. That's just human.
You've got an explanation for everything, haven't you?
Psychology is the modern theology.
Wow.
What do these black dogs mean? What kind of creatures are they?
Fleeing from vicious, aggressive dogs. That sounds like a typical nightmare. It expresses the fear of one's own aggressive side. Were the dogs alone, or was someone with them?
No, they were alone. Just the dogs.
Dogs who roam around without a human master suggests a suppressed issue with dominance. It could also suggest exactly the opposite, though. That the dreamer is neglecting a particular part of himself, which is alluded to by the nature of the dogs. What breed of dog were they?
No idea. Hellhounds? They were definitely huge and black.
Large dogs reinforce the meaning I was talking about. The fact that they're black would suggest their origin in the subconscious.
Are there any tablets I can take for this? Catch you later.
Take care.
Пошли отсюда.
My head's still pounding. Lucky that Murray found me in the woods yesterday. I probably would have frozen otherwise. I should get this medication as soon as possible. And I could ask the inspector whether Murray's finally corrected his statement. And I've got an appointment with the priest, too. It can't be that difficult to find my father's grave. Oh, and I should find that ominous place in the woods. Enjoy it, Darren. It's gonna be a long day.
Да, и правда. Так, я должен искать место в лесу. Место, которое я видел во время гипноза, ямку куда упал. А, это уже было. здесь просто перечеркнули. Как интересно, здесь записи о том, что нужно сделать, одновременно являются и... Ну, вот это вот, да. О! Мэтт. Так, что это за Мэтт? А, это тот парень с камеры. Сейчас, мимо будки не проходим, там такой прикол будет. Мне очень нравится.
Hey, Matt. So, when you finally gonna get gone with your fun fair?
So, how are we then, eh? Still possessed by the devil?
I wouldn't joke about it if I were you.
That's supposed to be a threat.
Let's say more, well-meant recommendation.
You really have got a few screws loose.
So, what exactly did go wrong when you were born?
Not half as much as when you were born, Mr. Twisted Firestarter.
Have fun.
Oi, arsehole! When you miss me, paint a heart on the wall.
Will do. In your blood.
Очень интересно. Сейчас, если позвонить гадалке, будет предсказание сегодня.
Hello, Madam Fortuna.
Adrian, I knew you would call again.
Who else could it be?
Ты еще.
Pick a card.
Stop.
I've drawn the chariot.
Oh, you were stuck in the snow?
No. No. Your card, Adrian. You're looking for the right way. You will have to make a decision.
Ты, а не они.
I see. There.
Again.
Someone will shoot out your light.
How am I supposed to understand that?
You don't need to understand, Adrian. But you can put up a fight.
How can I put up a fight?
Stay away from shootings.
Yeah. Thanks.
А, это что-то разблокировал.
What a load of crap.
Ага, конечно. Короче говоря, в первый день, если позвонить ей, то она скажет, что она тоже увидит смерть от собак, которые загрызут тебя. И спастись нужно только если убежать назад. Что я вчера и сделал. О, нет. Нужно таблеточка.
Strange. The shop was still open this time yesterday.
Ладно, зайдем в участок. Где этот? Спунер.
Hey, Zach.
What do you want now?
Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm just a bit busy. The inspector hasn't been here all morning, and I have to do everything myself.
Where's the inspector?
Cafe, I think.
Or maybe you can help me. Has Murray been here about his statement?
Murray? Yes, he was here. Wanted to discuss something urgently with the inspector.
Do you know what it was about?
I can't tell you that.
Abaya's shop is closed. Is today some kind of holiday that I don't know about?
No.
I'm sure you must have heard of the White Lady.
She's spooked around the woods for centuries. Why do you ask? Is she a relative of yours too?
By the way, I was in the woods last night and I got chased by some black dogs into a shack. I got locked in, but I managed to escape using a chainsaw. Then I fell unconscious.
You just can't help yourself, am I right? And why are you telling me this?
You look so bored. Goodbye, Constable.
Так. Надо искать этого инспектора.
How you doing?
Wonderfully. What can I do for you, sir?
Has the inspector been here yet today?
No, sir. I haven't seen him all day. I've just got here.
And Denise?
Denise has also disappeared.
Both of them not there, huh?
No.
I'd better be going.
Please, do us the honor again soon, sir.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Darren.
The waiter, Edward. Is he pleased that you're helping her as well?
He'd send me away, but I always came back. Then he said that if I make myself useful, I can stay. I'm not allowed to just sit and... I don't like it.
I don't like that either.
Edward said as well that if I touch a cake, then
I'd better be going.
Okay.
Ему плохо от кофе.
I better not go in there right now, or Denise will bar me from the place.
Hey, Matt. Tell me.
Write it in your diary.
Так. Не он, нет, не говорят. Так, ходит по городу и всем рассказывает, как за ним собаки бегают. Ну а что еще делать? Дай что ли сходить?
Weird. Murray isn't there.
Чё никого нету?
A guest book. I'm definitely not writing my name in there.
А где же Мюррей? Здесь?
No one there. No one there.
Мог бы и зайти.
A telephone. The floor plan of the hotel. Murray's office is right behind this wall. I don't need that. I'm already...
Уже в фильме. Да что ты говоришь?
Murray's office.
Так. Может, флешмоб какой? Нет, скорее всего, мне нужно чем-то обязательно заняться, чем я не могу потом заняться.
There are a few steps leading down behind. There are a few steps.
Так. Ну, поищем могилу отца. Посмотрим, чем ему пока заняться.
The church is closed. Then I've got enough time to search in the woods for that place up, and I could pick up my medications from the shop.
Ага, значит, все-таки нужно поискать то место в лесу. Так, дорога в хижине.
This shack is even creepy during the day. A rain butt. Must always be full around here. Just don't touch, or everything will collapse. Fortunately, the shack is built on stilts. These are provisions for the winter. Perhaps it used to be a lumberjack's cabin. Now it's Ralph's new hideout. Definitely better than the corrugated iron shed at the academy. I'm not at all interested.
Так, он не хочет. Ой, его кто-то на автомашине принес.
Dragging tracks. Apparently, this is where Murray rescued me. But I can't remember a thing.
Так, ладно. Скорее всего, придется выбрать полюс. Катер. Мне кажется, тут раньше не было этого зеленого цвета.
First it was on the tree, and now it's on the ground. That's what you call the fall.
Wow.
Dead branches on a dead tree. Looking at that makes you feel much more alive. I've no idea where that path leads.
Wow. Нет. Так. Дорога к маяку. Вот.
Whoa!
Господи,
was that?
они меня пугают.
Flashback? Am I having them in the mornings now? What does this little man in my subconscious want to tell me?
Что там было еще одно?
That's the more you try to... Wow, these are real thick wires.
Так.
Aimlessly wander through the wood.
Я туда хотел, но я не могу туда пробраться. Морг. Но морг это опять же. Твою ж. Да-да-да. Я так прям так не пугался. И вроде бы как не скример, но сердце ж замирает. Может пройти к замку?
Nope, I'm not welcome here anymore.
Печально. Так, а что же? Вернемся в крик. Попробуем зайти в магазин.
Closed.
Ну-ка, что там на бочке написано?
Just look at that. That's a buyer's mailbox. And there's the post from today.
Триггер нам не нашел просто.
The package is from a tea supplier. It says here that the customer is Gordon's Palace. Either the postman's quite lazy, or he doesn't like Murray. Maybe I should take the package to him. I'll be dropping by the hotel sooner or later. What else is there?
Таблетки.
That must be mine. The sender's a drug company. I'll leave the prescription in the barrel, so a buyer knows that I picked up my medication myself. The medication that Dr. Winterbottom prescribed for me. Halo Paradox. For the treatment of acute psychosis with delusion, hallucinations, or cognitive disorders. Oh, great. She's declared me officially crazy.
Еще раз распор.
The medication that Dr.
Нет, так вот опять читайте.
Halo.
Да-да-да, Галан передал.
Oh, great. A packet of tea from Murray.
Так, смотрим, появился там. Нет, не появился. А здесь появился. Нет. Так, короче, идем к Мюррею. Гал передал мне. Ну да,
Murray? Doesn't seem to be there. I'll put the package on his desk. Hello? What's this? How come Murray's involved with the law? I can't believe it. It's a receipt for my bail. Signed by the judge, paid by Murray. What the hell is this guy up to?
What are you doing here, Mr. Michaels?
Actually, I just wanted to be nice and brought you your package from the village. But then I found this. I'd like some answers. What are you up to, Murray?
You know, Mr. Michaels, it's very simple. I believe in your innocence, and I'm sure you don't deserve to be in jail.
Yeah, sure. A miser like you risks 5,000 pounds in order to help a complete stranger. Nonsense. What's going on? Tell me.
I'd suggest you just be happy you're free, and we don't talk about it anymore.
Oh no, you're not getting away from me that easily. I want to know what you're up to, Murray. I want to hear it in your own words. Now!
Mr. Michaels, you know how it is. When something terrible happens somewhere, it attracts the people. But not forever. People these days are quickly bored and want to see something new. And honestly, it's been 3 weeks since you
I don't
last
believe
killed.
it. You paid the bail in hope that I'd start to murder people? Just so your damn hotel is fully booked?
Don't get so upset, Mr. Michaels.
You're totally insane. Screw you.
You should be thankful, Mr. Michaels. No one else would have put up your bail. No one else. You have no friends in Willow Creek. You're a lonely maniac, an arsonist, a criminal. You have no one but me, and you should be damn thankful.
Let room service know I'm checking out. I don't get it.
Не могу поверить. Миру я платил залог, но, естественно, не за любви к ближнему, а чистой тяги к прибыли. Он считает, что я должен стать убийцей, что принесет ему еще больше туристов. Впрочем, я ждал это. Почему я тогда так переживаю за этого типа? Не знаю. Еще раз посмотрим, появился мне инспектор. Нет.
I'll just leave him in peace.
Нет. Еще раз Уормхилл.
The church? Then I've got enough time to search in the... Then I've got enough time...
Мне неохота объясняться. Сон сегодня буду уже 2 часа играю. Так, ну я хочу в главное меню посмотреть, что у меня там. Концепт-арт, кафе. Это просто просмотр видео. Первый день, второй день, Баргест. Что насчет второго воспоминания? Морг. Если морг, то это недалеко от... Все. Ну да, в принципе. Первое видение. Это что? Интро. Ну, здесь еще интро. Могу интро показать, которое мы пропустили. Реально, игра начинается прямо с этого. Потом Спунер нас арестовывает на месте, и там рассказывает, что за это время он расследовал, почему он решил, что мы виновны. Игры недоступны. Но это неинтересно. Ну и все, наверное, на сегодня. Ой. Целую главу прошли, это ж клево. Может, еще завтра устроим стрим. Пока что не уверен. Ну ладно. Что? То следите за стенкой в группе. Так. Наверное, мне еще идет.